Howdy everyone, welcome to another Goody Beater Roundtable. My name is Michael.
Mine is Peter.
Today we're going to talk about a few things having to do with operating systems. First of all, Amazon.
Yep.
They announced 4 new tablets. Fairly lackluster, woeful. You can read our review on it on our website, goodybeater.com, as well as our news blast regarding that. Basically outline like everything as well as my thoughts, but we're not talking about the hardware. But in the spirit of alcoholic beverages, Peter, we had sangria, we had mojito, and now we have Bellini. So it's if you've never heard of a Bellini, it's an alcoholic Slurpee pretty well. And whenever I've been at places where people order them, it's always been women. I don't think I've ever seen a dude drink a Bellini ever.
Not in public.
All right. So what is Bellini all about? Well,
you gotta say it like that every time.
Yeah, it's Jelly Bean, so it's 5.1 Android. But because Amazon heavily skins its OS, much like Barnes & Noble used to do before they started getting in bed with Samsung, you're not really seeing a vanilla experience, but like Bellini is getting closer to the vanilla Android experience in terms of the home screen. For instance, they did away with the carousel. And the carousel has been almost like a staple point of all the Fire tablets since they started making Fire tablets.
What the carousel is, you'll see on the image here, you can move the carousel left and right, and you have different sections up above where you can choose to go to the respective section. Apps, videos, games, etc. But the home screen will always be the carousel, and that's what made it kind of iconic with the HDs, the HDXs, and all the Kindle Fire tablets. Is that it had that. It went away from the standard gridded, whatever, like 4x6 grid of Android app icons, so that you'd know, oh, this is an Amazon tablet. This is what Amazon is doing. They're skinning their things, like Michael said. And now you can see the new one here, Bellini. It's looking just like an Android layout with the search bar up top that you can't really remove, and the same sections up top. So when you look at it now, first time, and you don't see any Kindle logoing, you're saying this is just an Android tablet. Yeah,
I mean, what I liked about the carousel is that anything that you were to open, if you were to open a book, if you were to open an app, if you were to watch a video, it all changes on the carousel, so you don't actually have to go like hit home and then hit apps and then browse alphabetically. It's like whatever you were last doing, you just click on. It's like almost like the Kobo e-reader home screen where it's like you open up the web browser and there's a web browsing icon on the home screen, so you can just click on it without having to go to settings, experimental, browser. It eliminates a lot of the steps out of the process, where I guess Amazon, in a spirit of doing something new, is sort of refreshing it. So when you use this tablet, you're getting a bit of an experience that's different from before. So let's read about the updated user interface. Fire OS by Bellini introduces an updated user interface that provides the best entertainment experience on a tablet, making it easy to access your favorite apps or discover new content. Basically what we just went over.
All in one breath.
The new home screen includes dedicated content pages for books, games, apps, video, music, audiobooks, and periodicals. Each page presents an engaging layout akin to the beautiful pages of a magazine, and presents your recent content as well as personalized suggestions for new entertainment. If you subscribe to services like Prime, Kindle Unlimited, or Audible, you can easily discover new content that you get access at no additional cost. Basically, it's just a vanilla Android home screen.
Basically,
and they made it so whether you click on home, apps, music, audiobooks, it's basically like the same layout, the same kind of gridded layout. Amazon's also included Underground.
I love Underground.
So
you know how many apps I've downloaded since Underground?
Before we talk about Underground, what is Underground?
Underground is a select bunch of apps and games that are on the Amazon App Store and Game Store that have been discounted from whatever the amount to absolute zero.
So it's basically you have the Amazon App Store and then you have Underground, which is a totally different app. Yeah.
And the App Store, Underground is a selection of apps. So if you click on Amazon Underground on the device, what it'll do is direct you to a big list of apps you can download for free. If anything is $16.99, $20.99, $1.99, 99 cents, doesn't matter. It's going to be 0. Yeah. And then you get a little ad at the beginning that says Underground, absolutely free. That's it. Then you just
so it's basically apps that are traditionally paid apps, but Amazon offers them for free. So say like Documents to Go,
Sonic CD.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of apps out there that are not 99 cents. They're like $16, $29, especially like productivity style apps. Amazon allows you to download them all for free. And how do developers make money? Well, Amazon pays them a royalty for every hour that you use the app. It's not new, but Amazon's hyping again Mayday because all these tablets have front-facing cameras. For people who may not be aware of it, what's Mayday?
Mayday is an emergency call thingy, not if you're in trouble, but, well, if you're in trouble, but not like personal safety.
Help, I'm drowning!
Yeah, it's like, wrong number, man. So what it is, we'll just bring a picture up, that'll help. So it's a system where you click on Mayday and a customer service representative will assist you with your tablet. So you say, hey, how do I download a game? They'll say, oh, click on the game tab, and then click on that, and then click on that, and there you go. And he's on a little window on your screen somewhere. And he'll assist you through, it's a real person, like a real human. And you see the person too. There's a camera on them. And they assist you with your questions. They
can actually kind of almost take control of your device too.
Yeah, they can
bring up menus or to like do things. So sort of like that remote desktop software where like you're on a help desk and you're having problems with a software. They could like tunnel in and like click on your mouse and open up apps on your screen. Mayday can do the same thing, but with your Kindle. But it's only during a Mayday call. Amazon won't just randomly take control and hijack your shit. But you know, so that's basically it. Bellini doesn't reinvent the wheel.
Doesn't break grounds.
Yeah, I mean, it slowly makes an Amazon tablet like every other tablet out there in terms of like their UI and interface.
I just hope the new tablet line, regardless of what specs say right now, I hope the new tablet line has the crazy audio quality that the HDX had.
It does. It does have Dolby audio.
Now, other devices have Beats audio, Dolby audio, this and that and the other thing, and everyone says, oh, it has 4 speakers, 12 speakers, whatever. Amazon, with what they're doing, the crisp quality and the sheer volume without it even crackling or peaking, no tablet has ever come close to that. So regardless of what is written on paper, I just hope the real life performance is as amazing as the last gen.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that's always impressed me about Amazon devices, no matter the resolution or anything like that, is that you get the best audio quality in all tablets. It really it fills a room with audio. Whereas with an iPad, it's the audio. I thought once they went from like 1 mono speaker to 2 speakers, I was like, hey, the audio's not too bad. And then you put it side by side with a Kindle, and it's like, it's so much louder and more clear, crisp, more defined. It's just because like with Amazon tablets, it's like they have dedicated hardware inside them that gives you better audio. It's like basically a sound card built in for your tablet, whereas everything else is just using like onboard sound and things like that. But at least it's not like chip tunes or like
beep, what are those called?
Beep, boop,
no,
beep, beep, boop, beep,
oh, I see what you mean. Like you're playing like Wolfenstein on Windows 3.1.
Totally.
And you don't have speakers, so your computer's just like every time you like shoot or something.
It's like chip. Beep,
right,
boop,
right,
beep,
right.
Beep. Yeah. But at least it's not that. So, another iOS like operating system that I want to talk about is the new iOS 9.
Right.
And let's just talk briefly about some of the new features. I'm more of an Apple user. You're more of an Android user. I'm not going to run down all the specs like we did with Bellini, but suffice to say, one of the cool things you can do with the tablet is do split screen view.
That's awesome because not a lot of tablets do that. Windows tablets do that, but usually you need to have a lot of screen real estate. But Apple handles it pretty well.
So you can see from the picture that we have a website open and Twitter open. So on one side of the screen you can view Twitter and then you can go back and click on the web page. So it's kind of a cool way that you can multitask now, but it's only on iPads, it's not on iPod Touch or iPhone.
There wouldn't be enough room on a smaller device to make that feasible.
So that's one of the big features. Another thing is Apple News. So if you're not familiar with Apple News, it's not news about Apple. and what Capertino is doing. But it's basically a replacement for Apple Newsstand. It replaces all of that, as well as it directly now competes against Flipboard, LinkedIn Pulse, all those like Google News things that popped up once Google News bit the dust, like Feedly and stuff like that. So it's competing against that. What Apple did is it signed up a bunch of publishers, so you can click on your interests, entertainment, music, news, things like that, and it'll pop up a bunch of things. And then you can import your own sites in there as well. So it's a way that like companies like Hearst and publications like Wired, so their blogs pop up and things like that. Incidentally, Good e-Reader is showcased on Apple News, so if you go to like technology or electronics, we pop up on there. But one of the things about that is that it's US only. So Apple News, with all their hype, it's only available in the US.
Terrible.
System-wide fonts is also new, so you will see new fonts and everything like that introduced. I guess what the big thing about iOS 9 is that there's more Siri integration now. You can actually ask Siri now to open up apps, so you can say open Twitter and it'll open up like your Twitter account. So I think more effective, more robust Siri, I think, is good, as well as it has a new search and home screen. So when you are on the last screen and then you gesture, there's things like news, recent apps that you opened are now listed, as well as Siri suggestions based on like your contact list. So you can just like click on it and then it'll automatically open up the FaceTime app. You automatically make a call, whether you're on an iPhone or iPad. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of sites that have documented what iOS 9 is all about more than us, but those are like the takeaways that the average user will notice like right away, aside from all the underneath the hood type things. So I guess when it comes down to it, Bellini will not be pushed to older Kindle devices. So if you have an older device and you're like, man, I really want to get the new edition of Silk browser, or I really want, like, you know, all of these new things, you're gonna have to wait probably to
shell out the money till the for the new one, or maybe wait for a push way later down the road.
So that's all of the new things with iOS 9, as well as Bellini from Amazon. So if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or ideas for future videos, drop a comment below. And for Good e-Reader, mon amo e Miguel.
Miguel? Is that really what the conversion is?
I don't think so.
Because that'd be that would be Michael. Would it be? And wait, what language is that?
Spanish, I think.
O manamo es Miguel. I think it's me. Okay, whatever. I'm Peter.
Everybody take care.
See ya.